Hey y'all, I am Dani with Skye Gardens. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys on how to transplant your seedlings outside and be successful. Okay, so talking about when to transplant your seedlings, you know that they're ready to transplant outside when, number one, you know when you planted them, how long they've been growing outdoors. Number two, when do you usually plant this kind of plant outside? Number three, the plant itself, how big is it? What do the leaves look like? Is it looking like it's stressed inside its pot? Does it look like it's getting ready to grow or fruit? So this is a really good time to go ahead and get it outside in your bed and be successful. So when you're thinking about transplanting your seedlings, you want to start to harden them off about a week before you're going to transplant them. So what that means is, you've had the seedling inside, usually under a grow light in a very moderate temperature, not a lot of wind or rain exposure other than what you've been doing to it. And if you directly put this outside day one in the bed, it's likely going to go into shock and a lot of transplants will die. So you want to take about a week to harden it off. What that means is every day you're going to be putting it outside in the shade and then some sun and then maybe gradually some wind just to get it gradually exposed to the elements. So usually like day one, I'll put my seedlings outside in the shade, usually in the morning, maybe for an hour or two, the next day a little bit longer, next day a little bit longer, and then I'll start to expose it to some sun, usually in the morning and then later in the afternoon. And by the end of a week, I'm actually leaving them outside all day. Now when I go to transplant these, I grow my seedlings in these little styrofoam cups right now. So I'm gonna keep this so that I can reuse it. I'm just gonna loosen up the soil inside, loosen up the roots a little bit, and put it straight in the ground. Now I wanna do this when I know that I'm gonna be around pretty frequently for a week or two, because I wanna keep them nice and moist and I wanna keep a close eye on them and make sure they're not getting stressed out. Another tip to be successful is to look at your weather conditions for the first week or two after you're going to be transplanting your seedlings. So you want to make sure that it's a pretty, moderate temperature. You're not going to have, all danger of frost is past. You're not going to have any big cold fronts coming through that you know about. You're not going to have any early heat waves, maybe no thunderstorms. A little light rain's okay, but you don't want to have a big thunderstorm come through and decimate your seedlings. So if that means doing it a little bit on the earlier side, a little bit on the later side, just because you find that really good window, that's really a big thing that you want to look for. So right now it's April, so mine are actually getting in the ground a little bit later, but I was out of town and then we had a really unusual later cold front come through, so I didn't want to put them out when it was going to be around that time. So I've been hardening them off for the past week, and then this upcoming week is going to be kind of a more moderate temperature, little bit of clouds here and there, no rain on the horizon. So this is a really good time to get them in the ground. So you can see here I have a tomato. I have 3 different types of tomatoes I'm going to be transplanting today. I also have some peppers, and then I have a bunch of flowers. So I have dahlias, cosmos, lavender, and zinnias. So I'm also going to get those in the ground, both in my back beds out here in the front of the house. As always, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and consider subscribing so I can see you here every week with me. Okay, so let's go take a look at everything. I'll show you how my seedlings look, and then I'll show you how I'm getting them in the ground and placing everything. have for today. I hope this was helpful. Comment below if you have any questions about how to harden off your seedlings and transplant them outside. I'd love to help you be successful, and I'll see you next time.